others died to create me. And now
when looking at discussions about what the greatest Spider-Man games are, there are a lot of usual suspects, and rightfully so, but honestly, there are quite a few that are underrated and underappreciated and deserve to be part of the discussion as well. Today's topic is going to fit in that category, like a glove in fact. It's a Spider-Man game that seems to have been forgotten or overshadowed and lost in time, which is criminal because I think it's a darn good game that has such a refreshing visual style to it. So don't forget to like and subscribe as I look back on the uniqueness of Ultimate Spider-Man. If I could describe this game in one word, it would be simplistic. This game is all about simplicity and it works so well. You might hear the word simple a lot in this video, by the way, just a heads up. I won't go into full plot details here in case people want to play it or people want to try the game, of course, but I am going to drop a few tidbits here and there. There's two main key elements that separates this Spider-Man game from the rest of the pack, for me at least. Number one, the story mode doesn't just involve you playing as and doing missions as Spider-Man. You also get to play as Venom as well. And he has his own missions and his own boss fights and stuff as well. And to my knowledge, this isn't very common. This isn't a very common occurrence, and it really freshens things up and it adds a nice contrast to Spider-Man as well. Number two is the art style. I love this art style so much, bro. It's literally like comic book style animation. It's like a moving comic book, basically. It's a moving comic book. The way they do cutscenes as well, it's literally a moving comic book with like the different frames and the sound effect texts. I just think that it's brilliant and it adds a nice feel to the game. Those are the 2 points that set the Spider-Man game apart from other Spider-Man games for me. The art style and the graphics really do give it a nice comic cartoonish style that complement the gameplay very well. When you look at the buildings and the water and the environment and the people and the character models, it just looks like a comic book, and I think that it was very well done. It also complements the gameplay style very well as well. In terms of gameplay, you can divide that into two parts, being playing as Spider-Man or playing as Venom. Both characters are very simple to learn and control. The control scheme is quite simple as well, making this game very easy to pick up and learn in an instant, just like that. For combat, you have two primary attack buttons and a grab button accompanied by a jump button. Very standard and simple stuff, but you can try mixing and matching things up to create your own combos if you like. Venom also has the ability to feed on certain enemies or random civilians in order to regenerate health. He can also jump really high as well. Playing as Venom is all about destruction and chaos. He has a very arcade-like feel to him. All you want to do when playing as him is just smash and destroy stuff and wipe out everyone in your path. He shoots out tendrils, he throws cars, he claws at you, he breaks backs, he feeds on people's energy. He's really strong and he's not afraid to show it. It's just so fun and chaotic to play as him. In contrast to that, we have Spider-Man. Spider-Man is more quick and agile. As the hero of the story, he of course is more focused on keeping the city and its people safe from harm. So at least when you play as Venom, you get a break from all of the hero business. Spider-Man's controls are basic, his combat is extremely basic, but that doesn't make it any less fun. He can pull off some really cool web attacks and bounce off walls and come flying at you. His movements are very smooth and the web slinging might be some of the slickest I've ever seen. I just love all the sound effects that they use in this game as well. Just a perfect match. The plot of this game revolves around Peter Parker and Eddie Brock's ties to the Venom suit, as well as some corrupt and bad people trying to get a hold of it and use it for their own greedy desires. Venom and Spidey also have a few run-ins with each other as well as some popular Marvel characters like the Fantastic Four and Wolverine, among others. Outside of missions, you can free roam as Spider-Man around the city, as well as compete in various trick races and combat challenges. And of course, as a superhero, you have to partake in your heroic duties, like stopping crime and saving people. And for all your collectors out there is zero shortage of collectibles here, as you can collect various different types of tokens and unlock cool extras, including additional Spidey suits, including the symbiote suit itself. But fair warning, it is extremely difficult to get done, so job well done if you can pull it off. As for my issues with the game, they are quite minimal in fact. I know some people might not like that it's so simple, but I think simplicity is key in this case. What I do have a problem with is how repetitive it can be sometimes. A lot of the story missions in the game involve chase sequences, which can get very old quite fast. I guess what they were going for was an arcade type feel where you do the same stuff and get used to it over time, but I don't know if it hits the mark here, honestly. The voice acting wasn't particularly memorable either, but I don't think it's bad at all. I don't think I have any major issues other than that though. I don't think that there are a lot of other issues than the game being repetitive sometimes. By the way, the soundtrack is also a banger. Overall, my thoughts on this game is that while maybe not as good and in-depth as some of the other Spidey games are, this game should be in the discussion when it comes to the elite. It came out just a year or so after Spider-Man 2, which in itself revolutionized Spider-Man games. Teaser for next video, by the way. So, I do think that it was overshadowed and lost in the shuffle, because I don't see a lot of folks talking about this game, and it's a darn shame, because I think it's so good and visually appealing and fun and just easy to pick up and play. It's a personal favorite and I have a lot of nostalgia and fond memories of it. I hope you guys will feel motivated to give it a try after watching this video though. Check out 5 essential Spider-Man games you should play before Marvel's Spider-Man 2 releases. Hit subscribe, hit like, comment if you have any memories of Ultimate Spider-Man as well. Peace out.